Flosstube.
Greetings.
Maybe it's morning when you're watching this. How is everybody this week? Today is... Oh wait! I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
This is the Slovak Farm.
Should we redo this?
Absolutely not.
Okay, this is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time.
Yep, and we seem to also have a weed crop of squirrels.
We do.
It's been a very good but interesting day.
Good but interesting day. It was a long week last week. A very long weekend.
Week.
It's going to be a long week. It's going to be a long week this week. This week too. But not in a horrible kind of way. Today is Monday, September 18th. It's a little bit later than our normal filming time because I had Ladies Guild meeting tonight. We are filming it on Monday night. I just have no time to put it together, to have it posted.
We are filming too late to get it done before we have to go to sleep.
It's like 8:15 at night. And with the way I have to edit it with the clip champ, it's a little more consuming. But as you guys saw last week, I was able to get the before pictures posted over us as we were talking, which was super nice. I do have to say, it's gonna take me a little while to get the flow of doing all of that. And we may end up changing software here in the near future. What?
I got a question for the viewers about what you're talking about.
Okay, hang on. We may end up changing software here in the future. There is a subscription fee to use Microsoft Clipchamp. It's part of Microsoft 365. I don't object to paying for it, but if I can find something that's either A, free, that's fairly intuitive to use, or B, is maybe just a one-time fee to use, I think that would be more beneficial for us financially. So I'm assuming that your question is probably what my question is. So why don't you go ahead and...
To all of those that watch our videos who are also content creators, what do you use to edit together your videos? We are looking for options. I am asking
suggestions.
I am looking for every YouTube person I know of. I actually asked the Discord chat that I'm part of that has like a dozen YouTube creators in it. And all of them small for very, very various topics.
Yes.
Hi, Chef. Hi, Faja.
It would be helpful to get some feedback if you are a content creator. We do use a Microsoft system, and we film on a camera. It goes directly to my laptop, and I edit it on my laptop. So those are my restrictions and limitations. If anybody has any suggestions, I know. Yeah, we would appreciate it.
Like, I know there is one, I just don't know how user-friendly it is, so that's why I'm reluctant to say it, so I'm looking for... Does anybody know anything about OBS? Is it still a thing? Is it still free?
Oh,
how hard is it to do?
Frantically looking for the paper with our commenters written down, and he's got it.
Because you put it there!
The squirrels are rampant today. So our Needlework Guild Needle Art Show was...
a resounding success.
A resounding success. It was over the weekend. Thursday was entry day. I was over at the Brunswick Library all day from 10 to 8. Friday was judging and setup day. I was there all day until 6, from 10 to 6 that night. Joe did come over Thursday evening and help with entries, and Friday evening and helped with setup. I found being there for the judging was quite fascinating. I think it was quite useful for Linda because I think having somebody committee-wise in the room kind of helped prod the judges into making going quickly. I do know I did distract the one judge both judges a couple times because none of my stuff was judged, but I was kind of peeking in and listening from a distance to what they were saying and then kind of going back and looking at it. And the one judge did catch me looking at something, and she turned around and explained it to me what she had said. And I said I was just curious as to kind of, for my own technique-wise, to make my own stitching better. But Saturday the show was open, and then Sunday we did cleanup. We did a lovely...
It was open, and then we did cleanup.
It was open, and then we did cleanup. We did a lovely display for our immediate past president, Annie, who passed away in February from cancer. And it was just a nice thing. We did display a couple of things.
I will say I was glad to see the number of children we did. We even had one person under the age of 18, I think she was like 15 or 16?
Yeah.
Who actually entered a piece that she didn't even use a pattern for this crocheting she did.
So, this is what we entered. This is what we displayed. You will remember these. Claire and Evanora.
You got it done, you got it done.
I did the framing myself. You did share that you had gotten it done. Everybody loved
I was
them.
very happy I got it done. I'm just bragging because I
Everybody
got
was
done.
very impressed with them. Everybody thought it was fabulous that I had done my own framing. I do need to put them back in the bag because they need to go with me to EGA for October. I am joining EGA, which is Embroidery Guild of America, in October. I was supposed to do it this month, but with the Needle Art Show and the whatnot, and Joe's job change.
I was going to get to that. I was waiting for you to be done.
It didn't happen. And then I also entered to display, I FFO'd this year. Everything's tangled. I don't know if this ever got shown on Flosstube. It was a kit that I had gotten when we went to Gatlinburg in 2012. Yes, because it was after Caitlin was born and before Carly was born. And my sister-in-law actually pointed this kit out to me. There was a whole rack of them in this shop in Uber Gatlinburg up the mountain. And then this was the other kit that I had gotten from the Smoky Mountains that I put in for display. They were cute. I had FFO'd them. And then I know you've seen this one, but I will show you it FFO'd because I'm quite pleased with the FFOing. This is Farmhouse Welcome that I had just finished. And I had bought the windmill from Dollar Tree last summer. I don't know if they have them this summer. I don't know if they have them currently. I just don't know. It does actually spin.
I was having fun with that.
Yes. So, and then there's a piece of metal at the bottom of these two things that said welcome. It's a small piece. I just attached my two wrapped mat board pieces to that with a metric ton of hot glue and some E6000, and it's still not even holding, so I have to do some finessing on that. But so that was our needlework show stuff. Do you want to talk about the new job?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, talk about the new job.
I started my new job today. Oh dear Lord.
Getting up to put this back.
You don't realize how bad the morale was at a place until you go to a different place.
That is very true. I find that to be very true.
And it was rather jarring, because I was at a place where people were actually either or in a good mood. They were either, okay, it's Monday, I'm at work. Or they were in a really good mood. Or they were actually in a genuinely good mood. And they were all nice and smiles and hi, welcome to the team. At our place, it's welcome to the old job I had. It was more like welcome to HE double hockey sticks. So I'm glad that it's working a lot better. It's only my first day, but it already seems like a much better fit for me, which is just awesome. So, yep, I'm probably not going to talk much more about it because it is a technical job and company secrets and all that stuff. I just wanted to say that I'm very happy I got enough. I have actually been more social today than I have been in months. I didn't realize how antisocial I had been until I started being social today. I went, oh, this isn't a effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know. Okay, so
Shout out commenters?
let's shout out our commenters. I need to grab something before we do whips.
Okay, we got Lucinda, Anna, Confessions of a Serial Stitcher.
That's Chaos. She used to be Jeep Girl on YouTube. I'm so far behind on my YouTube, y'all. I didn't even realize Cass had changed her name. I'm only at the end of July for Flosstube. So my friends who watch our videos that make Flosstubes that are putting them out regularly, I promise I'm getting to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so behind. It's probably going to be something that happens during the summer because of weather and being outside, well, especially with the pool. So, sorry, continue.
Angie, Susie Q, Sarah, and Teresa.
Fantastic.
Thank you for the comments.
Thank you all for the comments. We do appreciate them. I do read them. I may not always have a response, but I do read them and give you a little heart, even if it is. And sometimes I don't see them until we're starting to pull the names up for the little list, but when I see it, I do comment. I do acknowledge it. So, thank you all so much. So, why don't we move on to our whips?
Okay.
Whips! You know what I should do? I should take a picture of that tonight, right after we film. So we have a start picture for it. Because we don't have a start picture for his webpage.
No. This is Ink Circles. Elemental Dragons, you got fire!
Fire!
You got flame.
One of Angie's comments was she thought the idea of rotating it and doing each corner like rotating would be kind of a cool effect with the thread.
Yeah, the only problem is, for this one, I'm about 40% done.
Right.
So it's a little late. Because I got... help.
Here we go.
I got this here and this here done.
So...
Or just this.
Yeah, that's...
And this.
Okay, well, that's nicely done. It is on...
It is 16 count Ada gunmetal, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm.
You're so dramatic. I love it.
I'm not normal.
No, you're not. Okay.
I just turned this into a fidget toy.
Alright. Well, new wonders of the world. As you guys were aware last week, I actually was kind of ahead on that going into the week. Turned out to be a good thing because over the Thursday and Friday of needle art show stuff, I did 300 stitches.
I did 300 stitches all week.
Yesterday, I did 200 stitches. So, it's okay. If I know what I used these for, I will tell you. But I don't have all of that written down. I started the week with this gorgeous Quaker heart that we are stitching for a guild project. I am not putting the alphabet on there. I believe I'm going to use a couple of motifs from my, I'm not telling you the name of sampler for in here because there's keys on it and hearts in it. And I think that would look lovely. So here should be a picture of where it started. It should be going over my face right now.
By the way, I think you should put it right here.
Well, I don't have the size figure thing out, so it kind of sits over us like this-ish.
Okay, so I need to go, ah! I think it would have been funny if we did like this. Ah!
I am stitching this with a Silks for You from one of my monthly Silks for You. And this is where I got to on the front. And this was 317 stitches. I did stitch on this for something that contained 2 borders. I took that as 2 distinctly different borders. So there's 2 distinctly different borders here. I need to continue to work on this because we are FFOing it for the November meeting, and I would like to be able to actually FFO this project. Although I'm thinking even if I do finish it, I may take just 2 pieces of fabric and work on the FFOing with that.
That's actually why I said I think I need to get that works on. I think I'm actually gonna put dragons aside and start working on that. I actually lost it until 3 days ago.
Okay. Well, then I pulled out my Supernatural Sal. I'm working on the Ogre block, so I pulled this out for the Sal prompt. The Ogre block.
Did I see that real quick?
Yes. I have an urging desire to just work on this for my Sal until it's done because I'm so close.
Wow.
What?
I think that's a head. Then it's hand.
I would not put it past, I don't know her name, but the gal behind the Witchy Stitcher.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just, whoa.
So over our faces, you should be seeing where it started. And then 317 stitches on the Ogre block was all black. Focus. There we go. So I just did the black on it. I have the outline and the word finished. This is on a piece of 32 count heirloom by the Slovak Farm. That was 317 stitches. And like I said, I have an overwhelming desire that I really want to just like work on this for my Sal prompt because it's so close to being a finish. But I also am really close on that Tale as Old as Time. And I really want to work on that and get that done. And the 300 chunks every 2 weeks helps with that. I may just do the Supernatural Sal this week though, because it's going to be kind of a busy week. Okay. Next contestant is Cottage Garden Samplings, the Reindeer. So I did this for 2 prompts, which was a dwelling and a well-known pattern. And you should be seeing a picture of where we started over my face. And really, I'm only saying that repetitively so that I know where to put the picture in the video. I did have to start with a little bit of frogging on this.
Damn frog.
Because this dark gray line was not in the right place.
That's pretty.
I got 684 stitches on it. So most of the antler work was, well, almost all of the antler work was worked on. I did in here.
You just went for that dark action, didn't you?
Yes, and then I finished up something in the face. You know, it was easiest to work on this. I think it's 337, that 33791. This is a piece of 32 count Winter Sky. I think that's what we called it. From the Slovak Farm. So this is my blue offering for the 3 winter animals in that series. I am working on, I'm going to use heirloom for my brown offering, which is, I have it somewhere. I downloaded the chart. Just need to find it. So for the autumn ones, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Heirloom, my Heirloom. It is like a, so Oaken, which is the called for, is like an orangey brown. I may twinge a little orange into it. And then there are two different types of green. Velvet and Valor. Valor is like a gray green. What?
Green.
And Velvet is almost like a brown green. So I'm playing with some color combinations for that. We'll see. But if you would like to stitch these and you haven't, because you're having a hard time finding fabric, because we all know finding Picture This plus fabric is a real challenge, I have suggestions if you would like them. I would appreciate the business. So that's where I'm at with that.
I had a stupid idea.
What?
Dye Heirloom and then add green.
Also an idea. I think
wouldn't
I
that
need
make
a
the brown
little
green?
bit of a darker brown in it. So.
Wouldn't it just be more dye when you make the heirloom though?
Well, technically yes, because Dirt Road and Heirloom are actually the same dye powder at different strengths. So it would probably be more of something in between Dirt Road and Heirloom into the green. I'm going to play with it. Once I have it solid, you all will see it. So I pulled out Jingle All the Way by Little House Needlework for 2 monthlies. The Y, and I don't remember the other one. Go me. Here is a picture of where it started. And I did 714 stitches. That barn is finally stitched, y'all! I finished stitching the barn, and I got, all of the chickens background stitched, the windows stitched, all of the red. And then I did, I think the horse is done. No, the horse is not completely done, but horse, and I started the sleigh with the rider. I am changing the house, which is not here yet, to a blue. I'm going to, at some point, drag my overdyed blues out and tell someone to pick out a blue that he would like. As I was stitching on this, I jokingly said I want to make my garage red so that I have a red barn of some sort.
And I may or may not have suggested that maybe if I was going to do that, I just rebuilt the dang thing as a barn.
I don't know if we can, but,
It'd be fun.
Yes. So then I finished off the week with my Olympics project. This is Olympics, I don't know, and the paper is buried. It is the one that is over 2,000 stitches. That's what I remember. The DIY cross stitch stamped heart succulent that I got off of Tapestry something. I don't know. So, yes. These are all over Flosstube. People are stitching these stamped kits all over Flosstube and all over the internet. I have very mixed feelings about them because some of the companies do have pirated patterns. But I look for the ones that don't have those because I do like the stamped kits. They are so easy to stitch because it's stamped right on the project. So I will sit here and hold this while you see the before picture. And now I will tell you about what I stitched on. It's really hard to see. It's starting to come together. I I'm color completing with this because you can do that. So I missed one stitch of the first color. It's over here somewhere.
Evil!
Yeah, so I completed 1, 2, and 3. I am halfway done with 4, which is like this dark purple. It's actually this color that you see here. And it is down in here. So I did some work. So I kind of did some all over work. Like I said, I do apologize. It's really hard to see, especially filming it. It does show up a little bit better looking at a picture. I almost feel bad putting this on my Olympics because it is kind of hard to see. I hope Jaffe doesn't. If I need to pick something else and throw stitches on it for Jaffe's sake, I will. Because I have time, but...
I think they trust you.
I do think she trusts me, and I think you can't, like I said, you can see the projects if you look at progress, if you look at pictures side by side, because what's stamped is so high contrast, so that you can see, you know, where you're stitching.
Can I make a suggestion for your thing?
What?
Take pictures of this.
Well, and the back does also help see the progress.
There you go.
Okay. That was my stitching for the week. Wasn't a ton, but it was enough. I do have some haul we need to talk about. So, we'll do haul. Haul, y'all.
Yeehaw!
Very
Can't
appropriate.
believe I actually finally just thought of doing that. It says a yeehaw, yeehaw.
How very appropriate. Because my friend Linda, who is the chair of the Needlework Show, put this project
Absolute sweetheart.
I adore her. Put this project in the show. I loved it. I adore it. I adored it when she first showed it to us. And she's like, I will just give you the pattern because I have no use for the pattern. It is Moo by Bothy Threads. Now, she had got this as a kit. They just list off the thread names, but they do correspond with DMC color thread names, so, and if it's overly challenging, I will just buy the kit. But she was being very generous, so I'm going to try to work with the chart she gave me.
Moo.
And then,
I gotta moo.
While I was at Hoffman's looking for buying that Stand Tall and Immortal, I came across this chart, and I just absolutely adore it. It is called Celtic Poinsettias for Christmas. It is by Happiness is Heart Made. And I think it is gorgeous. I love the colors. I do believe it is all DMC. Yes, it is all DMC. And then there are more patterns by the same company on the back. And I'm going, oh, I need to stitch some of these.
Don't tell me the one I want to do is one of the ones you want to do.
Christmas Snowflake?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that one, you can. I really like this one. I like the peacock.
Well, if you want to do it, I'm not going to do it because I don't know when I'm going to get around to it.
I don't know when I'm going to get around to this. I do love it. I do want to stitch it. And then, also while I was putzing around in Hoffman's, I had a brilliant idea. Because Joe and I never stitch anything together. Like, the closest thing we've come to stitching something together is Claire and Evanora.
And somebody literally, the tortoise and the hare, but the tortoise has 2 broken feet and the hare had a jetpack. Like, I think it was almost like 6 months to a year in between completion dates.
Which, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I like to do it like with you. And this idea makes it so we do it with each other more.
Right. But the reality is, us stitching the same thing is kind of, I don't know. I would say it doesn't make sense, but maybe it does to some people. I had this brilliant idea to stitch ink circles, turtles all the way down. As something, I stitch one turtle, he stitches another turtle. So I stitch all the turtles that face left, and he stitches all the turtles that face right. Because I'm left-handed and you are right-handed.
I also thought of a really funny idea. Do you want to keep them green?
Yes, I want to keep them the colors they are.
Okay. Okay, because I was thinking, would you like to hear what my idea was or nah?
What? Change the colors?
I was thinking of doing the shells as a variation of pink and purple for you, and really light.
I much prefer the green shells. So
okay.
When we're gonna start this, I really don't know, but I thought it was an adorable idea.
I have a really simple time when we can do it.
What?
I know I'm shooting way down the road, but January 1st.
I have a start plan for January 1st.
No, I can start the first turtle on January 1st.
Yes, because the first turtle is facing right. As you're looking at it, left, right, the first turtle is facing right.
So I can start that January 1st.
There you go. My final purchase was an impulse purchase this evening.
And when she says impulse, it was, hey, do you like this? I was like, that's kind of cute. Good, because I bought it.
It wasn't necessarily that much of an impulse.
But I think it was funny. That's probably the fastest you've ever bought something after I said I thought it was okay.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was going to be released. It wasn't supposed to be released until October 1st. The Carolyn Manning Star-Touched Meadows Stitch-Along Sal. I bought the sal. Or at least I hope that $18 I paid wasn't just for the 177 by 77 block, or I'm going to be real disappointed in life. Because that's going to be real expensive. But I want them all. I want to do all of them. And I want to do them individually. So there's two options. You can do all 12 blocks together, or you can do them individually. I want to do them individually as something I can change monthly that doesn't necessarily have the month on them. Because with a lot of the problem I have with a lot of the monthly series is Easter is the April block, and Easter is not always in April. And October is Halloween. I don't object to Halloween, but it is not my holiday. I have nothing against the holiday, but I'm not a Halloween person, so I get challenged by that. So, and this doesn't have the months. It doesn't have any. It's just colors. So, this is the November one. I believe it's called Chrysanthemums. Yes. How exciting! I do plan on starting this sooner rather than later. I just don't know when. So that's all. We're going to move on to plans and announcements.
Okay.
Plans and announcements.
The heart thing.
The heart thing. I like the heart thing.
I don't know what the name of that is.
I do believe it's called Quaker Heart. Ooh. Let's see. This was a Janice Wood. She designed it. It was in, what was it? Piecework?
Quaker motifs.
Oh, cross stitch heart with Quaker motifs. And it was actually in Piecework magazine. I'm trying to find. Well, the year that it's stitched on here is 05, so that would be my guess is 2000, sometime in 2005. For those of you who may want to go and find it. Alright. So, we'll go through the, I say so a lot, and I need to stop. And I'm trying, but I just don't.
You know, you have the right type of floss, you have the right type of YouTube channel for it, so.
This is true. The prompts we got Friday for Daily 30 are based on the British TV series Strictly Come Dancing. I'm thinking the American equivalent, I don't remember if the American equivalent was Dancing with the Stars or So You Think You Can Dance. Maybe one of my UK British friends could help me with that. But this is based on Strictly Come Dancing. Alright, stitch on your favorite whip, which pretty much could be anything. I do have some high motivation to complete that Quaker Heart. So I'm going to try to plug it in as much as possible until it's done. That is the one piece that I will come back to before I finish all the other pieces in my list. I'm going to put it there. Okay. That one. So at least it gets stitched on once this week. Stitch on a whip that contains an element you would often find on a reproduction sampler. And name that element. I actually offered up my RTM Bell project because there's flowers and...
Bell.
It looks like a sampler. It's a Quaker sampler, actually. But you often find flowers on samplers and hearts on samplers. So that's what I offered up for that. I was stitching on that today. Stitch on a whip you have stitched on with others, either in person or the internet. Most of my whips, I just wrote down a few. Cal Lily Bride, Quaker Turtle, Celtic Heart, Celtic Valentine, the Quaker Heart.
No, let's go Quaker Power.
Quaker Power, Quaker Heart.
Or Turtle.
Okay, so one of my Quakers.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say Quaker Turtle, or do you want to do more Quaker Heart?
Quaker something. Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave it... I don't know, because... Okay. I feel very motivated.
If you feel the groove with the heart, keep going.
Yeah, I get in the groove, and that's...
Alright.
Stitch on a whip you can relate to one of these themes. Movies, Halloween, musical, Christmas, or charity. Tomorrow, on September 19th, is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. I am starting this tomorrow.
You do realize that's Halloween, right?
Yes, I do. This is Halloween. This is my offering for that because it is Halloween.
It's a flipping ghost ship.
It also could be a movie because how many pirate movies exist in this world? Hello, Johnny Depp.
I can actually tell you what movie this is in. That's exactly a similar scene to that. Hook.
Right? You have...
They actually have the Jolly Roger in the full moon in the part of the scene.
I mean, we've got this. I have 2 different versions of that winter sky on opalescence that I think it would look... No, this is a darker blue. I don't remember what dark blue this is.
I know what my vote is.
Which one's your vote? The one you're holding? Yes, I like that one too.
It's darker.
So, very much do not have flosses pulled for this. However, the middle of the chart is the boat, which is black. And that is easy for me to get. I have to start something piratey on Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Thank you very much for taking that pattern from me.
Thank you very much for sharing it with me. I do love the pattern. I think it's a fabulous pattern.
So do I. I need to take like a 2-year break from beading.
He needs to take some time off beading, yes. Okay, so then we have something. Stitch on a whip that you have choreographed to make it your own. Made changes, added elements. Explain. I have changed the threads on Cal Lily Bride. I am changing elements on that Quaker Heart thing.
Heart.
Okay. And then it'll be one of my either turtle or heart. We'll see when I get there. So that's the week. I need to decide.
I just thought of something really cute.
What?
With others, we can do Quaker Heart at the same time. Both of us stitching it together.
Yeah, we could. And I mean, we started that for the Needlework Guild at the Needlework Guild meeting. So
I know, be able to I stitched the exact same pattern with my husband, and we both worked on it at the same time. I think that would be very cute.
That would be very cute. So, and it is a 300, 400 week, so I'll be getting a lot of stitches on a Quaker Heart.
Yeah, I need to get some stitches on it too. Not as you're getting, but so I got this stuff too. I got a plan for fun because we're having a major thing with D&D's going to be fun because I got to develop a new plot point for it, which is going to be interesting.
Yes, because we wrapped up a plot point 3 weeks ago now.
Yep. And you finished up the last thread of it 2 weeks ago. Then this past week, we had the needlework show, so this week's going to be fun.
The only other thing is my Sal, and I need to decide if I'm working on Supernaturals or Tale as Old as Time.
Super.
Yep. And once I start this, it will get worked into that as well because this is a Sal, it's a stitch along. Oh, and my other potential plan, this could go out the window when I walk into the store I'm going to, is I have Buttermilk Basins Hexidor Greeter July. So that's how it was like originally stitched. My friend Jerry, who I inherited the pattern from, she had bought the kit with it in this colorway. I would like to try to find it in something similar to this colorway. I like this colorway. I'm going to a store in Amish country this week that sells wool applique stuff. I will either get the fabrics for this or a different kit. I really would like to get the fabrics for this. Depending on what it's gonna be like when I walk in there, my dad has agreed to go with me. My mom and dad are going with me to Amish country because I have driving anxiety, and Amish country is a little bit far for me to drive. So,
your dad's going for the fried chicken.
Dad is really going because he wants to go to the Ashery and he wants to go to lunch at Mrs. Yoder's. I asked if he would object, I would make it quick if he would object to going to this fabric store that's like 15 minutes from the Ashery and I think like 10 minutes from Mrs. Yoder's. He said yes as long as he got his Mrs. Yoder's for lunch. Yes?
Considering what happens whenever your father goes into a craft store, he might have more fun in there than you do.
He might.
Like, he likes to look at it and just go, what is this used for? I don't want to know what this is. He literally has fun as somebody who has no idea what this stuff is and looks at it from an outsider's point of view going, whoa.
So they give me the dimensions of the size, so they give you the dimensions of the size of fabric that you need to cut your pieces out of. I'm going to take this all with me. If I walk in there, and I actually may just put it all in this one bag. If I walk in there and it is overwhelming, I may just set this aside and go look at what they already have kitted up, if they have kits available, just because, like I said, my dad is going, and I don't want to, like,
totally cheese him off.
I don't want to cheese him off. My parents are going with me out of the graciousness of, well, I mean, they like to go, but I really need to figure out if I can overcome my driving anxiety to get to and from Amish country. It's only about an hour 15, hour and a half away from us. It's not super far.
It's not close.
But it's not close. And it's not, you don't have to get on the 4-lane highway to go down there. So I need to figure out if I can, and I do pretty okay with like the 2-lane highways, as long as it's daylight and I'm in an unfamiliar, like if I'm in an unfamiliar place and it's daylight, I do okay. It's something that bothers me, to be quite honest, because I can't just say, oh, I need stuff from the Ashery, let me get in my car and go down there. Like, I have to either ask somebody to drive me, or I have to order it online. I can't, if my brother calls me and says he needs me and Joe can't go with me because of work, I don't know how I could make it down there by myself.
You would make it down there with half your hair missing, the other half gray.
I actually did at one point
like Miss
say,
Frizzle.
I actually did at one point say it may take me 6 hours to get to you because my brother lives in Cincinnati, which is theoretically a 3.5 to 4 hour drive, depending on time of day. I said I could. It might take me 6 hours to get to you, but I would get there. And I do feel like I impose on people because there are a lot of things that I want to do that
you don't impose.
Don't.
Bite me.
Because I don't want to drive.
You do know I'm also partially responsible for this because I like to drive when I'm in a car.
I know.
I don't like being a passenger.
I know.
Which I don't know if it's hurt or helped, but in all honesty, I don't care. I really, really, really don't.
It has gotten a little bit better with me not working because I don't have to drive in certain weather conditions that really trigger my anxiety. So that helps. But like I said, I may come. My haul next week may be this kitted up, or at least fabriced up. It may be something completely differently kitted.
Rosa, what do you want to get this over and done with?
I wanted to get this over and done with, and I have chit-chatted now.
I think it's adorable. I love you.
Yes. So, yes. It is now 9:10 at night on a Monday night, so you guys are not seeing this until Wednesday because this is not getting put together until Tuesday. But I do appreciate you guys spending time with us and visiting with us, listening to us chit-chat and such. Would you like to give them the spiel?
Okay. Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, dingy bobby, all that YouTube crud.
Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. Our videos have gotten back up to 45 minutes to an hour. We were there for a while. We were down to half an hour. Our videos have popped back up in time because we're chit-chatting. I know some people like the super short videos. That's why I tried to just get the whip stuff done and out of the way so that people who don't want to sit and listen to us show off what we bought and chit-chat about plans and all that, can watch it and get done. Thank you for spending some time with us, and we will see you next week.
Bye!